Okay. Very good reading, Lou. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 28th of June, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here in our second share in the morning. We're learning Mishna Berura, Siman Kufnun Gimel, Hilchos Beis Knesset. Again, Siman Kufnun Gimel, Siman Chaf Aleph. We're learning today in Siman Chaf Aleph. Mayor, can I honor you with the opportunity to read this morning?
Okay, 1 second.
Sure.
Oh, we're in Kaf Aleph now?
Yes.
Okay. Kaf Aleph. Okay. It says, Ein liknot me'ilin shenishtamesh bahem hedyot l'tashmish kedusha. So one can't buy, I guess, for more money.
Well, I think it's the Me'ilim. I think there's like the meal for the Sefer Torah. This could be like the mantle for the Sefer Torah, right?
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it could be for the Paroichus, could be for the Paroichus.
Okay.
So apparently you're not supposed to buy Me'ilim. Go ahead, you finish it. I will you finish the Mechaber.
Shenishtamesh bahem, to use for them for ordinary use, but
That
to use.
Shenishtamesh behem hedyot, meaning they had been used by ordinary for ordinary use. Right?
Oh, they had been
Apparently,
used.
it says you're not supposed to acquire mealim which were used by for ordinary purposes, mundane purposes. Let's say they were used as tablecloths or curtains. Let's say you had nice curtains in your apartment there, and one day you decided to change your curtains, and you wanted to give these or the kahal that said, well, they came in and said, well, you got such nice curtains. Let's make a paraichas from these curtains of yours. So apparently, from the Macabre, you're not supposed to use anything was used previously for ordinary mundane purposes to use them as the me'ilim.
Okay, so all the materials have to be brand new then.
Apparently, we'll have to see. I tell you, before we start the Ramah, let's stop and do the Macabre over here.
Okay. So it says, follow. Shenishtamesh bahem ayin la'el b'siman kuf mem zayin sif aleph b'haga b'mishne Berura mashe katuv bazeh. So it says says to look at this spot.
Right. Take a look above what we said in Siman Kuf Mem Zayin Sif Aleph Baga in the Ramah in the Mishna Berura Mashe Kasav L'Shah. All right. That's Kuf Mem Aleph Kuf Mem Zayin. Kuf Mem Zayin. I'm just gonna take it. We can actually take a look. It's not too far back. We're in Kuf Nun Gimel, so Kuf Mem Zayin. Let's see what the Mishna wants us to remind us about over there. Kuf Mem Zayin. Sif Aleph.
Kuf mem zayin. Almost there. I'll hold it now. Kuf mem zayin.
I'll tell you, it's a very long. I'm not sure where the Mishna Berura is pointing us out to over here. 1 second. No, okay. Mayor, let's leave it. Because it's the Mishna Berura is not telling us which sif cotton he's referring to, so it's very big over there. Let's leave that for the time being. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's leave that for that. We take too much time to find where we have to. If I have a chance during the day, maybe I'll have a look and see where it's referring to exactly.
Oh, okay. Very good. So going on, that here head yolk, ordinary use. כל שכן מדברים שנשתמש בהם לעבודת הגלולים, ובזה אפילו בדבר אסור צריך למכרן ולחזור ולקנות אחרת. Okay, so to use them, let's see. Oh, to use them as ordinary, I guess.
Right.
Okay, so it says, let's see. Ayin la'el b'siman kufman. Hold on, we just did that. I skipped. Oh no, I skipped. That's my fault. Okay, so it says v'chol shechein. Nevertheless, items that are used lavodat kuli.
Right.
That's
In general, it is referring to that. So what is it referring to here? Yeah. Well, Gimel. Yeah, but Sifri, that's Establish meaning you can't use it for something which is a kadush, like I say with the but for a mitzvah you can use it for a mitzvah. Okay, Mashakaz La'el B'Simin Kufnun Zion Sifalef with Sifri Pasulim Shal Akum Shemikormorim B'Shirim Lo Ein Likach Hashiriyam Lasos Mem Talis Limasui Kemo Bigde Alil. That you have Sifrei Poslim. I'm not sure what this is referring to here. One second. Sifrei Poslim. Akum Shem Koreim Bishrehem Illinois. I think you have these. Apparently, you have these non-Jewish books, which they put them in. They keep preserve. They store them in silks. Shirim is usually silks, Illinois. So they would put them in silks and material, Illinois. You shouldn't take those. Shouldn't buy those silks to make from them a talis. Don't make those from those materials, fabrics that they use to put the Jewish non-Jewish books in. Don't use those fabrics to make yourself a talis. The masui, the kimo big the alil. It's despicable. The masi. It's despicable. It's like big day alil, like a type of a garment which is used for avodah zorah.
So that's similar to if a shul needs to borrow a sefer Torah, they wrap it in a talis,
Right.
as opposed to maybe someone's sports jacket or something like that.
Yeah, that's similar to this in several ways, right? There you want to use something which is a davar mitzvah, like a talis, which is something used for a mitzvah, rather than something usually not used like just as you said, a sport jacket, or you take a bath towel. You know,
Right,
it wouldn't be sheets or something like that. You know, wouldn't be covered for the same. It would be wrapped in bed sheets or a bath towel. You know, if you had nothing else, could you do it? If there was nothing else, I don't know. A good question. I don't know. On one hand, if it's here, the Mr. Bruce speaking about things which were used specifically for avodah zorah, right? So
right.
that's much worse. So, but something which simply used again like a bath towel it's a very low level of usage. But let's say a Shabbos tablecloth, a Shabbos tablecloth, even
Ah,
not even so a Shabbos tablecloth, something which is nice and you use for a mitzvah Shabbos. Would it be wrong to wrap a Sefer Torah in a Shabbos tablecloth? I don't know. I don't know.
that's an interesting thought, though.
Yeah. A weekday, I could see a weekday tablecloth, maybe not. A bath towel, I would say definitely not. Bed sheets, I would say probably definitely not. But a Shabbos tablecloth, I could stretch a little bit and say it should be okay. I don't have a proof for it, but I could. But the other things, tablecloths and other things like that, we even a weekday tablecloth, maybe even a weekday tablecloth, but I'm not sure. Not sure.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're up to what's dinner. Okay, so this is Lahish Tamesh Kedusha, so it should be used for holy use.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Aval l'mitzvah sharei u'kamosha katabnu lemala b'siman kuf mem zayin. Oh, keeps reverting back to this Mishna here. This Aleph b'Mishna Berura. Okay. V'sipray pesulim shel ha'odei galulim she'mokrim v'shirayim l'noi. Okay, so let's see what this is. This is what I think you were just talking about. This.
right. You have these silks that they
Silk.
put their books. They put their books about Avodah Zorah in these silks, and they store them. Apparently, they store them there.
Right, right. Now,
Yeah. So those things you shouldn't. You shouldn't even make a talus out of those things.
and it also says you shouldn't bind, Sifrei Kodesh with them either.
Right.
Says, okay. Let's see. So, Ein Likach Ashirayim La'asot Mehem. Oh, this is what you just said. So you should make it talus. Okay. Dim Isay Kamo Bigday Elil. What's Elil?
Lil is like a type of Avodah Zorah. Type of
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Kava Homer, even more so, the Asur La'asot Mehem Tashmishay Kedusha. It's forbidden to use them for holy call it wrappings, I guess. Tashmishay usage. Usage is better.
Right. Very
Okay.
good.
The Alkane Asurli Kach Akrikot Ule Krachan Al Sifrei Kodesh Shalani. Okay. So it's also forbidden. Let's see. To take the coat.
That's like the bindings of this farm that they had.
That's the bindings. Okay, that's what I referred to before. Okay, and to use them on our holy books.
Right. That you couldn't take a book binding from let's say a version the King James version there, and that binding, it's a bazillion to use that binding to put that on our books. What if it's a secular book? I don't know. What if it's a Stama secular book, right?
That's a good question because, well, oh no, secular book. That's sort of neutral, right?
Sort of, I guess. Let's say, I mean, let's say it's considered. I mean, obviously, if it contains things which would, whether you have to judge, you have to judge each book on its own, perhaps. I don't know, like something like, I don't know, some.
Well, there's a saying, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
But
right,
no, I was just thinking that if a Jew writes a history book or something, I think like Berura has written
right, right.
history. So I wonder if that's considered secular or Kodesh. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Now, here's the thing: you you can take something. But since that's the machaber here. The machaber says something which was used for mundane purposes. You're not supposed to use it, right, for tashmis kedusha. You're not supposed to use it for something which is of a sanctified, holy purpose. Huh?
Right.
Like, let's, for example, again, how far does this go? Like, let's say you yourself you bought yourself a light fixture, yeah, light fixture, and now you want to use it for, you see, oh, it's a perfect size for me to put my lulav in. I could use it as a lulav uh, uh, box to store my lulav in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is that okay? I don't know.
It's a good question.
How you walk into shul with this box of General Electric, on it, and you walk into shul.
Just hope the lulav doesn't light up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
again, I
let's
don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Apparently, the Mishna Brewer is dealing with things which have a definite deficit to them. They're talking about Zora things and things which have to do with things which have a spiritual deficit. But let's say if it's simply parv, like your light fixture box, or like your tablecloth or something like that. I don't know. From the machaber, it's apparent that even if something was used for mundane purposes, even though they weren't um, avodah zorah purposes, don't know. Yeah.
okay. So let's see. Actually, I think we're actually into the Haggah now. Kuf Dalet, it says Haggah.
Okay, let's continue on with that.
Okay, so it says Asur la'asod me'et non zona. Oh, that's the money from the zona.
Yeah, that's right.
That's her fee or something, whatever.
That's right. That's she that was her payment. She got her payment with this piece of whatever property it is. Right.
Right. So it's forbidden to use that type of money for holy purposes. Okay. Mechir kelev davar shel mitzvah. What's that? Buying
Or machir kelev, meaning machir kelev. There's two things she can get. It's an esna zona, right? That she gets some type of a gift for her services, or machir kelev. She got the.
So you can't use that either.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Kigon Beit HaKnesset Osifrei Torah V'davka may etnan atzma, and I guess so too for a shul or a sefer Torah. Certainly, you can't use that for it. Okay, aval im natnu la ma'ot be'etnan. So what's this? Let's see. But If it's given to her from ma'ot is money, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
That's after the esnan. I think that's the actual object themselves. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Even not the lomois be'etnan, but let's say she was given money as her payment, right?
Oh, okay. So mutar lichnot bahem devar mitzvah. So if money is given, it's actually okay to buy, purchase a item used for a mitzvah. I
Right.
guess.
Well,
I mean, I
good.
guess that's because it's just a device to, to do trade with.
Right. If she, the money she's given, that's permissible to buy with that money with a devar mitzvah.
Okay.
Right. Lo mikri zoyna. Ella iser erva. Go ahead.
So let's see. Lomi Krizona, Ella Asur Erva, Aval Elu, Apnuyot, Hakadoshot, Shemakdishot, Davar Mutar. Okay, so let's see. Tarlik note. Okay, below, okay, Machrei Zona. And not the actions of a zona?
It's not referred to the zona that we're referring to as being usher. That's only an Isra error. I mean, it says a Isra Deraisa in her having these relationships.
Oh, okay. So this is like just generic, a person in the street that you might not even know, right? As a zona.
Right.
Okay. Okay, Ella, no, Ella Asur Erva. Okay, but it's not, it's forbidden Erva, I guess, what to have relations.
Yeah, that right. The Mishnah Brewer. If you jump quickly to the Mishnah Brewer in Kuf Yud Aleph, Mr. Brewer says, just to clarify this point, Kuf Yud Isra Erba, right?
Okay, so the Hainu Chayave
Krisus.
Karitot.
Krisus means only those things which are Chayav Krisus.
Oh, okay. V'yesh omrim dehu hadin Chayave Lavin. Zona Nachrit Ukule Alma Et Nana Asur.
Right, and with an Eston Zona, if she was for example, she was an Isra Arias, that according to everybody, the Eston is Asur. Yeah, well, this Berura on this. Well, I tell you, maybe we'll have to refer back to this. So maybe we'll stop and we'll review this again tomorrow.
Okay. That was
Yeah, Kaf Aleph on the Ramah.
Olive. Okay, so I'm gonna put a bookmark there.
Very good. Yeah, remind us to review the Ramah tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
Very,
Yeah, very good. So Yeshikayak, thank you so much.
thank you, Mayor, as well. Should have a wonderful day. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Be well.
Thank you too. Be well. Shalom. Bye.
Okay.